This is the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney with a quick check on what's going on. So here's my man to get into it.
Happy Friday, and thanks for listening. And ready to get into this holiday weekend and relax, detox the mind, because I just read through the top news headlines. It is sad and depressing out there. So I jumped out of those school shooting, Trump this, Trump that stories, and saw a rapper French Montana bagged an actual princess. Cardi B is on the witness stand on a $24 million civil lawsuit against her, clarifying under oath that no, she didn't call the security guard fat. She called her a bitch. I love her. And in other lighter headlines, pumpkin spice latte fiends can get their seasonal fix again at Starbucks. SNL is about to have a new generation of cast members. Yeah, Taylor and Travis, good for them. And the world's best surfers are in Fiji for the World Surf League Championships. You know, that's one of those things I would never do, surfing. Oh, but I love watching. Like base jumping. Y'all can keep that. Just make sure to take the GoPro, though. That bird's eye view of video footage, oh, man, that's always beautiful.
My favorite stories of the day.
We have a full list of college football games on TV this Labor Day weekend. Then the NFL gets going next weekend. And inside the Cincinnati Bengals' Paycor Stadium must be a food stand, hopefully serving some good barbecue, because there's a barbecue smoker in the stadium. Maybe used by one of their Gridiron or Queen City grill stands, had to look the stadium up, or, on display as some sort of contest prize. Nobody said, but it's apparently still there after the Cincinnati Enquirer reported 2 young guys were arrested early last Sunday after jumping the stadium fence to try and steal the smoker. Now, the Enquirer is saying these were 18 and 19-year-old guys who decided to go do this around 2:30 in the morning. When people usually come up with the smartest, sober plans. Only these geniuses had 2 things working against them. One, the security guard watching them on surveillance, and the fence they had to climb to get in, because how were they going to get the smoker out is a question nobody had to answer, because the first problem, the security guard called police. Cops were chasing the 18 and 19-year-old knuckleheads inside the stadium until they caught them. Just sounds like they were smoking something more than briskets and sausage when they came up with this idea. It almost feels like a requirement to run a Florida story. They always tend to make it into a Real Pod newscast, and the streak continues since. Gulf Coast News' ABC and NBC affiliates report a 55-year-old woman from Bonita Springs took a crowbar and left all kinds of dents and cracks on a pickup truck outside a home in Lee County because she thought it was her ex-boyfriend's. Like my grandmother used to say, she thought like lit. It was not. Left some stranger with thousands of dollars in damages to his truck because, oops, she thought it was her cheating ex-boyfriend. Now, you see why he's an ex who might have been cheating. She pleaded guilty. Gulf Coast News is saying she was placed on 60 months probation and promptly violated probation. So now cops are looking for the 55-year-old again. That ex is somewhere waiting to give a special prayer at Thanksgiving. And now to a 55-year-old man in Georgia who reminded me of a meme I just saw on Instagram of a man walking up to the camera and saying, "Am I high or are scrambled eggs just fried chicken?" Think about it. And that's the kind of thinking that led to this guy who WSB TV2 is reporting was pulled over for speeding. This was in Cartersville, northwest of Atlanta. Now, cops say he was doing over 60 in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. And when asked for his driver's license and registration, well, they say he handed over his passport, telling the officer he was traveling, not driving. Slick. Until cops ran his name through the system and found why he was wanting to change the definition of driving. He had a suspended license. And WSB is reporting that officer then had to call for backup to pull him out of his car, which ended up adding a resisting arrest charge to the speeding and driving without a license charges. And then there was a woman in Nashville who cops say fought 3 officers who were trying to arrest her last Wednesday, the 20th. So when Fox 19 Now is reporting she added assault of an officer to the list of her charges, which all came from her catching a 60-year-old homeless guy with disabilities walking with a cane and his chihuahua, which apparently left a little boo-boo in the woman's yard. She was not fond of that fertilizer. Police say that woman came out with a gun, argued with the man, and then pulled the piece on him. Cops say she fessed up to it, just didn't want to go to jail. But you had to. Pointing guns at people will tend to end that way. Back in a moment, but before the break, the Jams Podcast just dropped another soca mix.
Blazing the best hip-hop, R&B, reggae, soca.
You can download the Jams Podcast Mix for free. Just Google search Jams Podcast Mix.
It's Jams Hour Mix with Greg H.
Where can I take you today?
Introducing Drobot. Drobot can drive any vehicle, no matter how cheap or pricey, large or small.
Buckle up. I'm a Drobot, not a lifesaver, and dead ass do not touch me or the radio.
Drobots will safely deliver everyone on board, and upgraded models can keep riders company with its cutting-edge AI-generated voice, which can hold conversations and even join a sing-along.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
And best of all, Drobots come with a lifetime warranty and free exchanges for the newest model.
We are here. So please get out, you lazy bum.
And now for the world around us.
And like I said at the top, the world's top-rated surfers are all in Cloudbreak, Fiji right now for the World Surf League Championships, hoping and praying for nice big waves and good weather for it. Yeah, Fox 5 San Diego is reporting the finals are actually going down anytime from Wednesday through next Thursday the 4th. Mother Nature sets the schedule, and when she does, one day, winner take all for the top 5 men and women surfers in Fiji. Meanwhile, in Spain, Wednesday was definitely the day where people were flinging tomatoes at each other at the 80th anniversary of Spain's Tomatina tomato street fight. The Associated Press had pictures showing how up to an estimated 22,000 people paint the town of Buñol red with tomato juice and pulp, and they do this for an hour, a whole hour, messing up their hair and clothes, and paid 15 euros or $17.50 in US dollars to do it. It's always held on the last weekend in August and honors a big food fight some school kids had with tomatoes back in 1945. And Spanish people know how to let loose and have fun, so they turned it into a yearly thing that only stopped for the first 2 years of COVID and back in the 1950s because Dictator Franco said so. The 120 tons of overripe tomatoes, by the way, are not edible and only grown for the event about 5 hours away. Now from wasting natural resources to reusing them, and it sounds like dentists may want to start merging with barbershops. Because Sky News is reporting scientists at King's College London found that toothpaste made with hair and its protein, keratin, could repair damaged teeth and stop the early stages of decay. Scientists at King's College actually use wool to get the keratin for their test products, but they say in the future people will be able to collect their own hair to extract the protein. They think this hairy toothpaste will be available to the public in 2 to 3 years. No jokes about hair and teeth. And as long as we're on recycling, the South China Morning Post is reporting scientists in the U.S. and China are getting along for the betterment of us all. And just posted findings in the peer-reviewed journal Science 2 weeks ago that they found a way to safely turn mixed plastic waste into gasoline in one step. So they say, compared to the way it's mostly done now, their way, we use way less energy and equipment, and the end product, they're saying it could be used for water treatment, metal processing, food production, pharmaceuticals, and in the oil industry. I don't know about anyone else, but every Sunday morning, my iPhone pops to life with this message to let me know I'm averaging too many hours of screen time per day, almost 6 hours now. I used to average about 3 hours of screen time per day, and even that would be too much for Japan's city of Toyoaki. So our UPI is reporting the mayor just announced the city's assembly would vote soon on a draft ordinance that would limit residents to 2 hours of screen time per day outside of work or school. Oh, big brother. It's mostly symbolic since the mayor says there will be no fines or criminal punishments attached to violators, but says they just want to push ways to help residents get off their butts, avoid health and social problems that come from always doing something on our cell phones. Back in a moment.
Inability to make it off the couch. Ask your doctor about Similac. It's just cannabis spelled backwards. Wow.
Oh my God, baby, thanks.
If you want to tone those muscles up for the beach or poolside, have I got the goods for you.
I was just gonna buy a workout kit.
The Workout Kit. 2 durable, super strong bands guaranteed not to break.
Wait, is this it?
2 bars also guaranteed not to break, which connect to the bars for maximum resistance up to 5 pounds.
I'm being pranked, right?
And 2 all-natural 5-pound stones for upper body workouts. Or slip the compact stones in your pockets for a power walk.
A power walk? Some rocks in my pocket? And 2 rubber bands and 2 sticks?
The workout kit. Portable and light. Hundreds of workouts, the possibilities are endless. Only $49.99 if you...
What's up with what's going down, though?
Could a vegan get sick from breathing in a nose full of smoke from burning steaks? Or is that a temptation? Let's jump into a couple of quick updates from stories in recent Real podcasts. One, the truck fire in Missouri that burned 40,000 pounds of ribeyes. Yeah, UPI is reporting it was a vegan firefighter's first day on the job when this happened, a few Mondays ago in Doolittle, west of Rolla. The fire department says the vegan rookie did fine. They say she got to work the hose line with her dad, who's also a firefighter. And now, from smoke to Smokey, the bear. Because in Pennsylvania, UPI is reporting somebody was copycatting the serial Smokey the Bear thief that was caught in Florida. We started the month with park rangers saying they caught him stealing the Smokey Bear cutouts from several parks down there in Florida. And now in Bear Creek, Pennsylvania, they're looking for whoever stole one in front of their fire station there in Luzerne County. Which begs the question, who's paying enough to make a demand out of stealing Smokey Bear signs?
Beautiful day. This is Mike Mann, bringing all the fire, like this oldie from the Bishop Supreme himself. Slammy Sammy, do your thing.
Tear the roof off, the mother sucker, tear the roof off. The sucker, baby, we want the funk, give us the funk, gotta have that P-funk.
Long B-Day Labor Day weekend downloading for me, so that'll do it for another Real Pod newscast. Thanks for listening as always. Have a great holiday weekend like I'm about to. I have birthday candles to drink and beer to blow out. Back on Tuesday, hopefully without a hangover.
This has been the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney from Show Enough Productions. And for more, hit up the website, realpodnewscast.com. That's real with 2 E's. This is Big Daddy Marty Allen. Thanks for listening.
Until the cop ran through the system his name and found he was wanted. That could have been so good if I didn't swallow my spit. Showed up.